Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another part of this Ajax series as we're getting into the second half of our third season. And we'll start off with the transfer business. Obviously last time we left off we hadn't even got to the transfer window. We're now at the end of February, so we've gone forward quite a big period in time. And you can see that there's only really been one major transfer, and that was the transfer out of Andre Onana. He wanted to leave the club and he was getting other players to come and complain to me, and I just had enough of it, to be fair. So he was put up for the chop and he has gone to Spurs, 35 million. I think we'll get a little bit more. I think there was a sell-on fee as well. So a bit of extra cash will be coming into the club. In terms of players in, I brought in two goalkeepers to replace him. First one is Sergio Asenio, who is obviously a fairly good goalkeeper. He's not quite up to scratch at the moment, and he is a lead sweeper keeper, so he hasn't played for us to date. The other one is a player I tried to sign in the summer when I was thinking of first letting Onana go. It's Dean Henderson. I think he's got a lot of room to improve. I think he can become a very good goalkeeper in the game. So we brought him in. He's our number one now. And he seems to be performing quite well, making a good number of saves. And we're still keeping clean sheets. So not too worried about that change in goal. We did have another player go out. It was Alan Karahasavic, who I was never going to play because I couldn't pronounce his name. But 18 years old, 10 million for him with lots of add-ons. I think it's a fair bit of business. I don't think he was really going to get into the team particularly much. And since the last time, which I think was this 4-1 victory over Feyenoord, we've had a pretty good time of it. We still remain unbeaten in all competitions this season. We are yet to lose. We've set a new club record for the longest unbeaten streak of about 50 games now. So it really is going quite far, this unbeaten run. We did beat Mainz 4-1 in a friendly after the winter break. And then there was a nice 7-2 win in the Dutch Cup third round. We love scoring goals in the Dutch Cup, and we put 7 past ADO Den Haag. A very good match. We weren't really in trouble at any point, so we start off here with Dest playing the ball forward, Esposito continuing his fine goal scoring form with an early goal here to make it 1-0. Gravenberch then with a free kick, top corner past the keeper over the wall, very nice. Sriracha then, still only 15 minutes on the list, ball came out to Dest, put a ball across and Jesus got the header, still being outscored by Esposito but equally crucial up front. And then we made it 4, Esposito over the top, Macias in behind, very nice finish from him. He's really adapting to that left wing role. And then they did start to get goals back. Elbers put the ball in, missed by everybody, and then Bande with the goal. Dest and the keeper at fault there. And then Feliciano put the ball in, and Grot managed to get the header to make it 4-2 at half time. But Esposito with the penalty made it 5. And then still pressing, Gravenberch with the ball found Zaracho, excellent finish into the top corner for 6. And the final goal, I think, was Esposito. Bellingham over to Barrow, ball forward, came to Esposito, and that's a stunning finish, top near post corner for 7-2, and his hat-trick. He's got quite a few hat-tricks this season. We then had a disappointing 0-0 draw with PEC as well. We had a strong team out there. There was no excuse for that result, really. And then we played ADO Den Haag. Very different game, this one. We weren't quite as dominant. We had changed quite a few players around, but we were still odds-on favourites to get the win, and it took a Barrow penalty. Very well placed. I think he's in double digits this season for the number of goals that he scored. And then Almere City, another disappointing game. We did take the lead. We totally dominated the stats. Had a switch team, and you'll see Nachi Univar has been playing games. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce his name. A lot of people in the comments asking why he's not playing, why he isn't in the team. The honest answer, as Sriracha gives us the lead, is that we have too many great players on the left and right wing of the team. So it's very hard to get young players into the squad, but you'll see there Almere City getting the equaliser and giving us our second draw in three games, which is really disappointing. But then we took on Fortuna Sittard in the quarter-finals of the Dutch Cup, and 2 goals in 3 minutes gave us a victory today. Gabriel Jesus got the first one, Sayuncu doing very well. Putting the ball in, Esposito missed it, but Jesus did not, and he gave us a 1-0 lead. And then Esposito with the free kick, Sayuncu with the header, absolute game changer from Sayuncu. getting us a nice 2-0 win and into the semi-finals. And then a couple of reasonably routine wins. 5-1 against FC20 to begin with. And this was a pretty easy walk in the park, really. The first goal, huge mistake in defence. Esposito winning the ball through on the keeper and getting that 1-0 lead. We then had a free kick. Gaia put the ball to the back stick. Alvarez arriving, getting the second. Barrow charged through the middle. He's really becoming a modern day Patrick Vieira. Zaracho with the finish there for 3. And then in the second half, they get their only goal, consolation goal. Kaiser with the goal. And then another set piece for us. Gravenberch out to Mazraoui, puts the ball in. And a little layoff from Esposito, but a great finish from Zaracho for 4. And then Saint-Maximin's corner goes in, and Osimhen with the goal. He's quite unhappy at the club at the moment, Osimhen, so he'll probably be sold at some point because we have so many good strikers who can play in that position. We don't really need to worry about it. But another good 4-1 win. You'll see Nassi Unyvar again playing games and starting up front for us at the moment. And Osimhen got the first one here. 2 goals in 2 games for him. Bruno Fernandes' corner went in. Good header from Alvarez for the second. And then Mazraoui with the throw-in, headed on by Nassi, came out to Bruno, and that's a stunning finish to make it 3. And then Pieri gives the ball away. They do get their goal back here as Postema runs through. Classy finish for him. But then late on, we do get the goal from Umivar. Mazraoui puts it in, it's cleared away. Fernandez's effort is ricocheted into Nassi, who finishes it off for a nice 4-1 victory against Groningen. Just really nice stuff. 22 wins, 3 draws so far this season. But we remain unbeaten with 9 games to go, and that means that we are now into Champions League territory, into the knockout stages again. We're taking on Chelsea, currently 3rd in the Premier League, 6 points off Liverpool, but definitely title challengers. Frank Lampard's still in charge, Rudiger as captain, and Kai Havertz their key player. If we just have a quick look at their squad here, sort them by the value, you can see they've got Jadon Sancho in there as well, Tielemans, but it's not the best team in the world. There's nothing in there that really frightens me. You know, there's not that many players that I'd necessarily even bring in other than maybe Kai Havertz and Jadon Sancho, Donnarumma in goal as well. But generally, I think our team is now at such a level. Like, look at the number of 5-stars or nearly 5-star players we have, according to the assistant manager, who's got quite a good judging player ability stat. Dean Henderson in goal is the one weakness, really. But we do have Dest, Alvarez, Sancho and Gaia across the defence. Barrow and Fernandes are going to be playing in central midfield. Zaracho and Kluivert on the wings with Esposito and Jesus up top. A few players not getting in. Leon Bailey's got an injury, so he'll miss this one out. And then a few players are also unregistered, but I'm fairly confident going into this. This is away from home, it is going to be difficult, but we are looking to potentially get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League and take one of the big players out on the way. So they've got Chiesa up front, who's actually their captain today. He's got 15 and 38 in all competitions, but the real danger man, Jadon Sancho with that average rating, Christian Pulisic as well, and then Kai Havertz, that 3 is going to be very difficult to deal with. Their defence looks a little bit shaky to me. Ampadu is not the best defender, Emerson's not the best fullback, and Tomori's not the best at the right back either. So we have got a chance. I think this is potentially going to be quite a high goal scoring game. And Tielemans starting off with a knock. Their team does not have high fitness at the start of this game, which could also play to our advantage if we can keep the score pretty even or take an early lead and bleed the game out. Late in the second half, we might be able to go and get those goals that can, especially away from home, really give us an opportunity. And here's Fernandes with a free kick, cleared away. Esposito can't get to it, but he does clean up. He's got Fernandes out on the right as well. He beats defender, puts it in, and there it is. Justin Kluivert makes it 1-0. Bruno Fernandes with the assist. He was a late addition. I was going to start Gravenberch in there, but I thought we'll go for experience, put Bruno Fernandes in there, and that is exactly what he's done to give us a nice 1-0 lead. Excellent ball across. Defenders all missed it, and there's Justin Kluivert using his right foot quite oddly to give us a 1-0 lead, and more importantly, give us that away goal. But here's a corner. Bruno Fernandes on it again. Ball goes in, it's cleared away, but Barrow is there, and it's deflected in, but I think that's going to be called back for offside. I'm going to tell the team to just keep getting creative. I don't mind a high-scoring game. I don't want to necessarily sit on a 1-0 lead, and we do have them on the back foot at this point. So if we can get another goal or two, the away goals really do count in our favour. A 3-2 away win sets us up so well for a home game. Even a 3-2 defeat wouldn't be too bad, because I'm pretty sure we can beat this team at home. So it's about how much can we do in this first leg away from home. Very nice having the first leg away from home as well. But here's Bruno Fernandes out wide to Kluivert. He cuts through the middle. Now Barrow down the line for Kluivert again, who's having a good game so far. Beats his man, and I think that's probably a free kick and not a penalty. But the referee's going to go and have a look. It is right on the box. It could well be given as a penalty, which will be huge if it does. Ref taking his time. He comes back and he gives a free kick. That is what I thought it would be, so we haven't lost anything there. Emerson might get booked there, or at least just told off. He's in the book. Yellow card for him. Free kick in a still reasonably dangerous position if we can do anything here. Bruno Fernandes is on it. Into Sayuncu, but straight at Donnarumma. He couldn't quite get it either side of the keeper there, but going in at half time. Oh, little late highlight. I was going to say a 1-0 lead isn't too bad. Oh, but it's 2-0. Gabriel Jesus with excellent anticipation. Chelsea with a huge blunder 30 seconds before the end of the first half. And we have made it 2-0. Donnarumma to Demiral. I said their defence was a weak point, and we have exploited it there. Jesus with an absolute gimme for his 25th of the season. And a huge, huge goal. Which means that we are absolute odds-on favourites now to get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and this could be the year that we do actually go on and win the whole thing. I certainly want us to get at least semi-finals, but Gaia here with the ball in. It's come to Esposito, another mistake in defence from Chelsea. They just completely missed the header, and we have scored the goal that makes it 3-0 at Stamford Bridge to Ajax. That is absolutely unbelievable. The Chelsea defence absolutely making a horror show of that. And it's important to remember Chelsea third in the Premier League, so this team, if we're in the Premier League, I have no doubt would be challenging for the title. It is that good. As Chelsea come on the attack here with Havertz back to Tielemans, Sancho back to Emerson again. Now Ampadu, ball goes forward to Tielemans. Chiesa back, now Sancho. Ball over the top for Chiesa, he's got players in the middle. Alvarez can't win it. Sancho back to Tielemans, and he has found that bottom corner. I'm going to tell the team to get creative. I want more goals in this game. I don't want to settle on that 3 goals. Let's keep going for it. They've got a weak defence. We should exploit it when these away goals mean so much more. But Sancho here, Tielemans with way too much room, and Havertz didn't get a touch on it, so the ball just drilled into that far post. And that does make the game a little bit tighter. We could live to regret that goal if Chelsea find a way to turn this around. Now here's Henderson, back out to Sayuncu. Henderson again. Always a risk that there could be a mistake from Henderson. He's not as great as some of the players he's got around him and in front of him. Here's Havertz. Oh, they're not going to make it 2 in 2 minutes, are they? Pulisic to Tomori, and he's flashed over the top. That would have been a little bit calmer for me saying that he wasn't the best right back if he'd scored then. We are going to make a few changes now. We can take Fernandes off. Probably bring on Jude Bellingham for a bit of time. I might also take Sayuncu off because he's not been doing too well in the fitness stats lately. So Pau Torres can have a little bit of time. Somebody did ask me about Pau Torres a little while ago, how good he is. He's not great. We definitely overpaid for him, but he seems happy to be a backup centre-back as Zaracho gets in, finds Esposito, and there it is, 4-1 now against Chelsea. Donnarumma being made an absolute fool of here as Esposito gets his second and 37th of the season so far. He's going to get potentially up to 50 this season. Zaracho's ball in and an excellent finish from Esposito there. He's done a fine job replacing Edouard as a striker, and with Jesus alongside him, they are so dangerous, the two of them, as we take this 4-1 lead. So we are in a very, very comfortable position now going into the last 15. We've got a lot of players on yellow cards, so might just need to make a little change here. Maybe Barrow can come off for Gravenberch, and then we can just see the rest of the game out. Emerson to Tielemans, ball over the top, and Abraham is in behind, but he's put it wide. I thought Henderson had got a little touch there, but apparently not. He's just absolutely misplaced it. So we bring Gravenberch off the bench Ball over the top, cleared away by Zuma. Is there a fifth goal in here for us? Alvarez has lost it. Big defensive mistake from him. Abraham is through, but again, he can't get it on target. Tammy Abraham was on the transfer list, I think, about a year ago, and I could have signed him, but I decided not to. And I think that was maybe the right call. Gaia here puts a long throw in. It's ricocheted around. Back to Gravenberch, now Bellingham. Two young teenagers in the midfield for us. Gaia back to Kluivert. Ball across. Zuma has won it. Now Pulisic, but Gravenberch has got it back here. Gaia down the line for Kluivert. Looking for Esposito, surely. Gaia, he can. Esposito down to Jesus. It's ricocheting around, and they do get it away, Chelsea. I thought that was just going to scramble in there from Jesus, but we couldn't quite get it past the keeper. And time very nearly up here. The Chelsea team dead on their feet at this point, but they're still going for it. And Abraham's missed it. Alvarez away. Emerson with the ball gives it straight to Zaracho. And that is a terrible ball to play there. We do manage to block it. And now we can counter with Gaia attacking down the left flank. Holds it up. And it's given away again. Chelsea desperately looking for another goal to try and keep themselves in this tie. But Pulisic with a dreadful attempt on goal. And with a minute left, I think we're going to see this home at 4-1. Demiral plays it forward. Now Kovacic. Or Kovacic. Havertz. He's had a very quiet game. Emerson goes for goal again. Their fullbacks have had so many efforts from a decent angle, which they're just never going to score. And we have seen this game out. A big 4-1 victory in Europe, exercising some of those demons from that Celtic game last year. And Porto have beaten Barca as well. If Porto can see that through, that would be absolutely unbelievable. But Esposito, absolutely our star man at the moment. £35 million. He is an absolute goal machine. 37 and 31 this season in all competitions. 7.99 rating. I mean, that goal and assist record is phenomenal. 50 goal involvements in 30 games is next level good. So what we'll do now is we have a few games until the Champions League second leg. So I think we will probably just play up to this Chelsea match. I'm not too worried about the Utrecht game. If we get knocked out, we get knocked out. I think we'll probably win that, even though we're away from home. So we'll get through these 4 games, and next time we will pick up against Chelsea and potentially do, if we do manage to turn that 4-1 win into a quarterfinals place, we'll probably do the first leg of the quarterfinal in the next episode as well. So do drop a like down below if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. But until next time, see ya.